Once Upon a Time. After, I think, over a month, I'm finally back in LA. Gonna watch some Once Upon a Time. This is episode, where is it? Season 5, episode 9, The Bear King. Let's do it. That castle is beautiful.
A land called Dunbrook.
Dunbrook! I swear it's like Outlander meeting Once Upon a Time, and I love it. I love you, Merida! Hey, Mama Bear! Oh, now that is a ginger man. Ah, the witch! Oh my gosh, she looks so much like her.
I can help you, but I must warn you, it won't come cheap.
All magic comes with a price, you know. Dude, I want magic that can make me a helmet.
As our true and rightful... Did you forget to invite me?
You don't get to storm in through doors. That's Regina's thing. Was the witch lady, like, overtly mean in the movie? She seems kind of vindictive right now.
Whoever the killer is, he has the helm.
Who is it? Merida looks good, all battle ready. She got a little side braid going on. Is that Mulan? Mulan! I'm so glad your other show got canceled.
But you can learn a thing or two from me.
I ship it. I already ship it. Mulan, you just get around. You're like in everyone's army.
Honor won't fill my purse.
Mulan, you sold out. In the olden days, they always like said, here, take all my gold, and threw their purse at him. It's like, you don't want your purse back? This timeline is jumping around a lot, and I'm getting confused already.
I think it's time you leave. Oh no!
Whoa! Don't hurt the old lady.
And you let her go. No wonder you only had half a sword.
I didn't let her go, she escaped.
How does an arrow going through fabric rip a perfect square of fabric off?
There's one lesson I didn't teach you the last time we were here.
Love. Arthur, how do you know what it does? She took your bow!
That belonged to my father!
Oh, fight her, girl.
And the knowledge of what a terrible ruler he turned
You're such a bad person, Zelina. I love it.
Those lords can't even find the pointy end of their spear. Well, they still stand a better chance than I ever will.
Don't get down on yourself, Merida. Her dad's beard hair doesn't match his head hair. Doggy! Don't you hurt that doggy, Mulan, so help me. You're lucky that cauldron did something. Oh my gosh! I'm so happy! I thought it might be her, but it is her.
My friends call me Red.
Oh, I ship it too. I'm shipping everyone now. And I'm gonna be honest here, seriously, if that cauldron was just like stew or something, you would have gotten your throat ripped out by a wolf. And has no one noticed that Ruby and Mulan have been missing this long? I thought they were just in Storybrooke and no one cared. Mulan's got her feelings hurt because her boo thing's pregnant by another dude. Here we go, flashback explanation.
Because you're the only one of your kind here.
Don't make it a race thing, Mary Margaret. You don't know what she's talking about. So wait, okay, so Ruby's gonna go jump through a portal and no one thought about mentioning that? Red, there is indoor plumbing in Storybrooke. Don't go back. Also, did she round up some other people or did she go by herself and be greedy? Use your sniffer, Ruby. Seriously, if you're gonna use your nose to go find this guy off a piece of cloak that's been out there for years, you are magic. What is this timeline? Where is Mulan? How is she everywhere? Is she like the freaking knave? Like she's everywhere at all times. This fighting is silly. Just get a gun. Who's the knight? Who's the knight that's gonna kill your papa? Papa, turn around! Papa, turn... I know he's gonna die, but Papa, turn around! Fergus, turn around. Oh, you gonna get got! Merida, you gonna miss! God, you gonna get him. Got him. That was just through the shoulder. He would have lived. It's a flesh wound. Walk it off. Who are you? Well, yeah, I figured that.
Are you certain
I wanted it to be more surprising.
Dad must have thrown the helm he got from the witch into the sea before the battle began. And you know what this means, right?
Your daddy's a good guy.
And I'm gonna do whatever it takes to stop you from leaving Dunbrook with it. My people are counting.
Get a gun!
I'm gonna make you pay for what you did to him.
I mean, I know you don't kill him, but I really want you to kill him. Dropped ya.
Sleeping powder.
And I will cut you down just like your father.
Kill him. So the sleeping curse just makes her look drunk? The sleeping curse did nothing. She could still use magic.
You couldn't let our queen fall.
Oh, he's bowing to you and I'm getting feelings. Alright, he's pretty. I'm not gonna lie, he's pretty.
Your magic's never very direct, is it? job done.
This is too sideways. You drink enough alcohol, you can talk to anyone.
If it weren't for the two of you, I'd have let my whole kingdom down.
And if it weren't for you, I'd still be shaking down beds in a tavern. I'd still be licking my chops in that witch's cottage.
Oh, we all learned something here today.
Well, if you must know,
Got my heart broke.
I was trying to get over a broken heart.
Yep.
But maybe I can help.
Oh, she can help, alright. Buddy adventure, here we go. Wait, are you supposed to throw the alcohol or drink it?
What made you change your mind?
You did. Aww. Wait, you can hug a summoned spirit? That's awesome! This is really sad. I'm just joking to keep from crying. Oh my gosh, she cried some of her concealer off.
Arthur! You have no idea what's coming for you.
Yeah! This episode was actually good. Last week's episode kind of threw me for a loop, and I lost faith in a lot of things for a while. Now, I have some confusion before I even recap this, and it's just me not remembering correctly. So maybe you guys can help me out. Unless it's something that comes up in a later episode that I haven't seen yet, don't spoil me. But if it's already established information that I just forgot, help me out. But how did Mulan get there? Like, I'm confused on that timeline. Was she... They went back during Zelina's cursed thing, right? When Mary Margaret got pregnant? And... Did she stay? Did she go out of the area so when the curse brought everyone back, she was out of the area and not brought back? In which case, why has no one talked about her not being there? Why has no one talked about Ruby not being there? And also the thing with Ruby, I mean, like, she found a bean and got to go back. Okay. But, like, didn't a lot of other people in Storybrooke want to go back? Did she just, like, have an open invitation to be like, hey, I got a bean, who wants to go? Or did she keep it a secret and use the bean by herself like a jerk? Anyway, I gotta get going soon, so I'm gonna wrap this up. I'm not gonna do, like, a full recap. I'm gonna try and do off my memory, so let's see what happens. Arthur and Zelina, after getting bested in the forest by Emma, they, like, I gotta go get this helmet that is in Donbrook. I'm gonna say that wrong a lot. And then in flashbacks, and the timeline jumped around a lot on this, so it's confusing, but Merida's dad went to the witch to ask for something that could help them with the battle. The witch made him a magic helmet. He put his little ring in it to, like, sign for it. And she's like, one day, I'm gonna have a favor or something, but this will ensure that your kingdom's, like, taken care of and whatever. First of all, the people that got to play her dad and the witch were, like, freaking spot-on, amazing casting. Oh, and it also shows that the witch has this pet Wolfie, and I'm like, first I'm like, oh, whatever, not thinking a lot about it, but that's gonna change. Anyway, modern-y time, after Belle helped Merida, she got all the clans behind her, they're, like, crowning her, and the witch lady's like, hey, by the way, your dad took a helmet from me, I want it back, but he's dead, so can you get it? Otherwise, I'm gonna turn all y'all into bears. Merida's like, I know where the helmet thingy is, the guy that killed Dad took it. So I'm gonna go find it and fight that dude and get the helmet back. Then in the flashbacks, they're getting ready for battle, and her dad's like, I'm gonna get you a helper to teach you how to fight and stuff. And it's Mulan. Again, timeline is confusing me. I don't know when this was supposed to be, but Mulan's there. Then in current times, Mulan is in Merida's village, shaking down bar owners or whatever for money. And Merida's like, what happened to you? And she's like, nothing. Zelina and Arthur get to the witch's cabin, and they're like, where's the helmet? And she's like, I don't know, Merida's gonna go get it. And so Merida talked to Mulan, and she's like, hey, quit sucking, I'll give you money, whatever you want, come help me find my dad's killer. They go in this field, an arrow Merida shot apparently can shoot through a cloak, and then cut a little square of the cloak off as it goes through, and they're like, hey, look at it, I found this fabric, it's my dad's killer, let's go find out who made this. Well, they're out in that field looking at arrows and cloth. Zelina and Arthur come up, and they're like, hey, we want the helmet. And Merida's like, no, I need it to keep my people from turning into bears. Arthur's like, you don't even know what that helmet does. That helmet makes other dudes fight your battles for you, so I need it. Zelina steals Merida's daddy's bow, and she's like, we'll do a locator spell to find other stuff he has. Which I thought locator spell just took you to the owner of the thing as opposed to, like, other things that belong to the owner. But, hey, magic can change when the story needs it to. Merida's all heartbroken. She's like, my dad totally, like, manipulated people into a fight, and that's not cool. And then in a flashback before the battle, Merida's talking to her dad. She's like, how do you get people to lead by your example and follow you? And he's like, gotta be willing to die for something. But he's holding the helmet, and you're like, that's magic. That's not cool. And then in present, well, like, Camelot present time, Mulan's rolling up to the witch's place. She's like, I'm gonna go see what's what. And there's a wolfie there, and she doesn't fight the wolfie. And she's like, wait a minute, you're not even a wolf. Which I'm like, how did you know that? And then she kicks over a cauldron that has who knows what inside. And it fell, like, on her, too. What if it was just, like, boiling water? I don't know. But luckily, it was whatever was needed to transform the wolfie back into Ruby. And you're like, oh, Ruby and Mulan, shipping it. So they go walking down the trail together, and Ruby's like, you're Mulan, right? And she's like, yeah, have we met? And she's like, nah, my friends told me about you. Then she mentions Aurora being pregnant, and Mulan gets all sad face. Then they decide to explain how Ruby's even here. Apparently at the party, when they announce Baby Nill's name, Ruby's just, like, sulking in the back. Mary Margaret goes up, and she's like, hey, what's going on? And Ruby's like, I don't know. I don't feel like I fit in anymore. You know why you don't fit in? Because you went and did another TV show. You know why you're back? Your TV show got canceled. She mentions that she's been, like, looking in the burnt fields with Tiny and found a bean, which is like, I'm sorry, people have been wanting to go back. Are you just gonna keep that a secret? Rude. She's like, I want to go back to the Enchanted Forest and find my peoples. And Mary Margaret's like, I'm so happy for you. And it didn't really explain a whole lot of, like, did she just do it in the back room, like drop the bean and like, bye, or what? And why is, like, Granny not even mentioned that her granddaughter is gone? Like, no one has mentioned Ruby being gone. Ruby says that when she's back in this land, she went to the witch for help to go find her people, and the witch did a little cursey on her to make her, like, full wolfie all the time. And, like, a guard dog wolfie. Mulan's like, I'm trying to help my friend. This fabric belonged to the guy that killed her dad. And Ruby's like, you know, I'm a wolf. Got a sniffer. Hand it over. Back at Merida's castle, she's telling that dude who's very pretty, who doesn't wear a shirt, who's got the body paint, she's telling him that if he can find the helm first, he can be the king. Just then Mulan and Ruby roll up and they're like, hey, she's got a nose, she's gonna help us, everything's solved now. Then a flashback to the battle where her dad died. Mulan and her are training, and then she hears that the soldiers are there. She's like, you were distracting me to keep me from the battle. Glance around, there's no more soldiers here, where do you think they went? Mulan tries to stop her from, like, going to get herself killed, and Merida, like, checks her and then rolls up and sees, like, the big fight going on. She sees this knight roll up, getting ready to stab her daddy. She shoots the arrow, she gets the cloak, as you know. Her daddy falls down, the guy takes the helmet. Mulan pulls Merida out of there so she doesn't get to see that when the helmet comes off, it's Arthur. Then in Camelot present time, Zelena and Arthur are at the water, and they pull the helmet up, and then Merida shoots it out of the air, and is like, what's going on? If you killed my dad, why don't you have the helmet? Arthur's like, well, apparently the helmet that your dad was wearing wasn't even magic, so he, like, threw the magic one in the water because your speech moved him. So Merida's like, you killed my daddy. I'm gonna kill you now. So Merida and Arthur fight. Zelena, I don't know what happened. I can't remember. She gets separated somehow. Mulan's trying to fight her, but Ruby throws some sleeping curse in her face. And so when Merida and Arthur are still fighting, the other dude with the body paint rolls up with his buddies, and they're pointing arrows, and Arthur's like, crap, I'm by myself, what's gonna happen? And then Mulan and Ruby roll up, and Zelena ain't even sleeping, she just looks like super drunk. And then Zelena apparently can still do magic, so it's like, what was the point of having her slightly drunk? Because she just, like, magics her and Arthur away, and I'm like, if she could do that, she could have killed all y'all. But Merida picks up the helmet, she's like, thank you guys, I couldn't have done it without you. The body paint dude is like, no, man, you're our queen. You were willing to die for us, and you were willing to do what's best for the kingdom. You know, you're, like, super good. We haven't seen a guy this good since, you know, it was your dad. And you're not even a guy. So Merida's back in her castle. They're all like, hey, it's our queen. And then the witch rolls up, and she's like, hey, where's the helmet? Merida's like, I got it. I'm not going to give it to you. I'm going to destroy it. We'll figure out how to stop you from turning us all into bears when we get there, but right now, you're not going to have it. The witch is like, yay, I'm so happy. Because, like, this weird convoluted story of, like, I told your dad the kingdom would be good, and I knew the kingdom would be good if you found it and didn't use it. So, you're welcome. And the witch is like, not only am I not going to turn you all into bears, my threat was empty, and I'm gonna give you a present. And so she gives her this magic alcohol that helps her talk to her dad. Then it cuts to Merida, Mulan, and Ruby all at Merida's dad's grave, and they're all like, oh, we learned something this week. We all helped each other. It was like an after-school special for a second. Merida's like, well, can I ask you why you're all down on yourself? And Mulan's like, all right, I had a broken heart. I didn't tell someone I loved them in time, and I was super sad about it. And Ruby's like, dude, totally come on an adventure with me. That'll fix you right up. So they take off on an adventure that is sure to be like a wacky lesbian buddy cop adventure. So then Merida throws all the alcohol on her dad's grave, and I'm like, first of all, don't waste alcohol. That is alcohol abuse. Even her dad's like, girl, don't waste it. I mean, what if you want to talk to him again later? But her dad's there, and she's like, I'm sorry, I lost faith in you. And he's like, I lost faith in myself to try and do magic. It was very touching to the point of almost making me cry, but I am stone. He's like, you make me proud, and then they hug, and she cries, and it was very sad. Then Daddy disappears, she's crying, but then she like strengthens her resolve and turns around and she's like, Arthur, you have no idea what's coming for you. And then credits. I like this episode, mostly because Mulan and Ruby are back and I miss them. And is it sad that I like the episode more because it didn't deal with the main cast and their shenanigans? So I actually summed this up rather quickly for me. Still super long. I have to get to a birthday party at Porn Star Karaoke. And I'm not entirely sure what that is, but I'm going to take hand sanitizer in case it's what I think it is. If I forgot anything or left anything out, leave me a comment. Don't forget to do the things, rate, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys later. Until next time.